Hi everyone, I'm Deb from Aussie Maille, and in this video today I'm going to show you how to make a Byzantine ladder bracelet. Now Byzantine is a beginner's weave, that's the weave that most people start off with, so if you haven't done chainmail before, don't worry about it, you should be fine with this project. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so here's an example of what your finished piece of work will look like. To start this project you're going to need we're working in 16 gauge AWG, which is 1.2mm diameter wire with an internal diameter of 5/32 of an inch or 3.97mm. We're using two colours. Bright aluminium, the silver coloured ring, you're going to need 340 rings to make an 8-inch bracelet or 20 centimetres. And you will need 164 anodized aluminium rings as well. This bracelet though can be made with any rings that work well with Byzantine weave. You're also going to need a slide lock clasp or a tube clasp, as they're known as, one of those to close your bracelet up with. Okay, and of course a pair of smooth jawed pliers. Today we're using pliers from our Xuron range. I've got a pair of chisel nose pliers and a pair of our short nosed pliers as well. Okay, so that's everything you'll need to get started. Okay, we make this bracelet by preparing units of Byzantine. For the 16 gauge bracelet that we're making today, approximately 20 centimeters or 8 inches length of weave, you need about 28 of these units made. That obviously will vary depending on what size your bracelet is. So I've got some here that I've started to prep. So the way I like to do this is in stages. I sort of don't make one unit and then move on to the next one. So what you'll need to do is take one of your BA, in this case rings, here, and to that we're going to add 2 more BA rings and 2 anodized aluminium or AA rings to that. Now I haven't pre-closed any of my rings. I like to do that as I go along, but you can pre-close all of those rings if you like, all the ones that we popped on. So where we've put one ring, we need to put another ring. So another BA ring through all 4 of those rings that we added. Close that up. And now, because I haven't pre-closed these rings, I'm just going to go through and close these rings up, these ones that I just popped on. But if you've already pre-closed your rings, obviously you're not going to have to do that. So I'll just go through and close all 4 of those. And you can see I'm just checking my join by running my finger over it to make sure I'm getting a nice feeling closure. Okay, so the next step in, oops, I've missed one. Let's just do that. Yep, okay. So we need a total of 5 pairs of rings for each Byzantine unit. And we want that purple or the AA rings to be in the middle. So we're going to continue this from the AA side on. So we put another BA ring through those 2 AA rings, and then we grab another pair of BA rings. We close that up. And of course, where we've got one ring, we must have another ring. So we'll get another BA ring and we'll feed that through there and close it up. And because I didn't pre-close these rings, I'm going to go in and close them now. Okay. Okay, so there we've got one start of our Byzantine units. So we've got 2 BA pairs, an AA, and then 2 more BAs. Okay, as I said, you'll need a total, a fair amount of these to do your bracelet. You don't have to do them all at once. You definitely can do them as you go along. There's no problem with that at all. It's totally up to you how many you get done, but you want at least, 3 or 4 pairs, or 4 sets, sorry. Okay, so on an open, just to show you again, on an opened BA ring, I've placed 2 more BA rings and 2 AA rings. I'm going to close that ring up, and I'm going to put a second BA or bright aluminium ring through the same spot so that all our rings are in pairs. And because I haven't pre-closed any of my rings, I'm just going to go through now and close those up. Just double checking the joins as I go, make sure they feel nice and smooth. And if you can hear that clicking as I close the rings, that's what you're aiming for. That's the 2 edges of your rings going past each other so that I know that I've got a nice join in all directions. Okay, and one more ring. Fantastic. Now we've got 3 pairs of rings there. We need to add another 2 pairs of rings, and we need the anodized aluminium rings to be in the middle. So my next rings are going to go through the aluminium rings. So I've got 1 bright aluminium ring. I'm going to pop on 2 more of those rings, close it up. I'm going to add another ring so that all our rings are again in pairs, and feed that through there. Okay, and then because I didn't pre-close my rings, I need to close those 2 up that I added. So I'll do that now. Oh, excuse that. Try that again. All right, there we go. And the other one. There we are. Okay, so you need to make up several of those. So I've got a couple more to do. When I'll just finish that, and I will meet you back here when I'm done. Okay, so now that you've got some of your lengths of chain made up, it's time to turn these into Byzantine units. So the way we just do that is we go to one end of our chain and we just flip the end pair of rings all the way back so that they touch the chain, and you give it a little squeeze and it sort of forces these other pair of rings open. And where we want our next ring to go is straight through here, picking up the silver pair of rings that we actually flipped backwards. So taking a BA ring and holding our chain in position, we slip the first ring straight through there, just so that it goes through the pair of rings that we flipped back in between the next pair, and we just close that ring up. And where we put 1 ring, we need to put 2. So we'll do that again. We'll take a BA ring, an opened BA ring, and we'll slip it through the same path as the other one, and we'll close that up. And we do the same on the other end of our chain. We flip back the end pair of rings, we hold them in position, move these pair here apart just a little bit so we can get our rings in, and then taking up another opened BA ring, we go in, pick up the rings that we folded back, close our ring up, and we repeat with a second ring. In Byzantine, you always work in pairs of rings. So where you put 1 ring, you must put another. Okay, so that there is a completed Byzantine unit. And you'll need to do that with all of your chains that you've just made up. So I'll just show you again. Take out one of your prepared lengths of chain, flip back the end pair of rings, pinch them against the chain and just open up these pair of rings here that look like a V. Just open them up so that we can see the rings underneath, because we want to feed our next ring through those rings that are underneath, which are the rings that we just flipped back. So we go straight through there, making sure we pick up both of those rings, close it up, and of course we'll need to put another ring through the same path. So grabbing another BA ring, we go in there through the middle of the V, picking up the two rings underneath and closing that up. And of course we need to do that on the other side of our chain. So we flip back our endmost pair of rings, hold them in place, make sure the ones here on the top forming the V just come apart just a little bit so we can go through that gap there that you can see. And taking up one of opened BA rings, we go straight into that gap. Just pick up the two silver rings, nothing else. Close your ring up and repeat with a second ring. Okay, put the second ring through the same path and you have another completed Byzantine unit. Okay, so you'll need to make up several of those units. I'll get on to doing that now, and when you're finished I will meet you back here. Okay, so now that you've got several of your Byzantine units made up, we need to join these units together side by side. So they're going to look like this when we join them. And we're going to join them with anodized aluminium rings. So taking up one of your anodized aluminium rings, open that up, just move these out of the way, and we just feed that through the top part of our Byzantine unit. Okay, just making sure that you've got them orientated the right way so that when they sit like that, you'll see the colour rings in the middle. Not like this, so that you've got the colouring there and then the other side. Unless, of course, that's the effect you're going for, then by all means do that. But to make the project up that we're making today, we need all of our Byzantine units to sit like this. So again, where you've got one ring, you want to pop another. So we're going to put another ring through the two rings on the top of our Byzantine unit and close that up. And then we just want to go down to the end, making sure that we keep all the alignment, and we do the same on the other end of the two units. Go down through one and up through the other, close that ring up, and repeat that with a second ring. So again, we go down through one and through the other one next to it and close that ring up. There. All right, and we just keep doing that for the length of our bracelet, basically. So taking up another Byzantine unit, positioning it so that the colours are all facing the same way, and we just join that to one of the previous units before. Okay, so we've got one ring in there, and we want to put a second ring in. And then flip your work around and do the same on the other end. And you do that for the length of your bracelet. Just making sure that you've got those pieces aligned the way you want them to, so that you don't have to go back and pull your work apart to keep it all in the right alignment. All right, so just do that till the end of your bracelet, or the length of the bracelet that you need, and I will meet you back here to show you how to finish your bracelet off. Okay, so now that you've reached the length of bracelet that you need, it's time to add the clasp. We're going to add this 2-ringed slide lock clasp to our bracelet. So what I do is I take up another brown aluminium ring. Usually it's a little bit smaller. This one is 16 gauge 1.2 mil with a 3.5 millimeter ID, and I'm going to feed that through the chain up here on the end, so through the BA up the top, and then before I close that off, I'm going to feed one of the rings from our slide lock clasp, and I'm going to close that up, and then I'm going to do the same on the other end. Take one of our smaller rings, feed it through the chain here up on top, and before I close it up, I'm going to pop it through one of the links on our clasp. Okay, and it looks like that. Nice snug fit. So then we go back to the other end of our bracelet and we do exactly the same thing. Take up our smaller clasp ring, feed it through our Byzantine chain up the top, and before we close that ring up, we pop it through on one of the links on the clasp itself, and we do that to the other side of our piece. We feed it through that chain there on the top, through the link on our clasp, and we close it up. Okay, and that gives you a nice close closure there, and you've completed a Byzantine ladder bracelet. Thank you so much for joining me today with this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it inspired you to make your own chainmail bracelet. Now, if you have any questions or comments about it, then please feel free to drop that in down beneath the video. We'd love to hear from you guys, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Also, down below in the description tab is all our links to our social media. So if you want to show us what you've made with this tutorial, we would love to see that. Tag us on Instagram, pop it up on our Facebook wall. We would really like to see what you guys are doing with the tutorials. Also in the description is the link to our online store. In there you'll find everything that you need to complete the project today, and a whole lot more. It's worth checking out, so go along and have a look at that. And just, if you did enjoy this free tutorial today and you'd love to see us do some more, then, give us a helping hand by giving us a good old thumbs up, or a comment, or share, or if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. Every little bit of interaction that we have with you guys helps us out and will enable us to do more of these into the future. So anyway, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial today. Check out our channel. We've got a stack of other tutorials up there for you to look at, and hopefully we'll see you again sometime in the future. Bye.